Although Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not pleased by the performance of Manchester United players against Brighton, he has come out and told them all he has liked the way they never say die until the end of the game. He has praised them for their never say die attitude for this game. Welcome to United Studio Television. Subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So we all know that Manchester United got a late winner through a penalty of Bruno Fernandes that he converted in very well. That was got after Maupi, one of the strikers of Brighton, hold the ball that was going into the net of Brighton, headed by Harry Maguire, but he obstructed it to go into the direction it was supposed to go with a handball. And guess what? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come out and praised his team for having the never die attitude, and he has come out and told them that, please, if at all we have this attitude in this season, we might find ourselves winning most of our games that we are engaging into: the Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the Champions League. So the gaffer himself had an interview, and there are things that he was asked about, and he has reacted to them. And here I come to bring you Ole Gunnar Solskjaer reaction after the 2-3 win for Manchester United against Brighton. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do air on a daily. You can also, before I go any further, as I bring in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you can also go into the live chat below and tell me what you think about what's your reaction to United's 2-3 win against Brighton today, the dramatic end of the game, taking us back into the PSG game. You remember very well when a penalty was awarded after Diego Delo hit the ball hard and it was obstructed by the hand of Kimpembe, a defender of PSG, and it ended being awarded a penalty, and Marcus Rashford hit the penalty that made United progress into the quarterfinal of the Champions League in 2018-2019 Champions League. You remember that very well. It was a 3-1 win. Remember, PSG had come at Manchester United and they had got a 2-0 win over us, and we thought things are over, but things were turned around by Lukaku's brace and the winner, which was a penalty from Marcus Rashford. This is the same thing. They were also dying minutes in PSG, and again in this game they were dying minutes, and United came on and got a win. And to whoever is not convinced with this win, to whoever who is not jubilating this win, trust me, there is something wrong. You don't wish Manchester United well. You don't love football. This is why football is the most watched sport in the world, because there are a lot of things that do come on when you don't expect them to come. Like today, lots of things that late drama, United getting an equalizer. After getting an equalizer, in just 30 or 1 minute, United responds and it gets a corner. Getting a corner, Harry Maguire hits the ball and it hits or strikes the hand of Maupe, the striker of Brighton, who had come to defend the corner, such that they get a point, and a penalty is awarded after even the referee has blown the final whistle. A record has been set today by Manchester United that this is the first penalty in the Premier League to be awarded after the final whistle has been blown. So that's how crucial this win was for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he had lost his first game to Crystal Palace. However much he came into the midweek and got a 3-0 win in the Carabao Cup over Luton Town. So that keeps in a tricky game, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the gaffer himself, had an interview with Manchester United television, and these are the questions that they asked him, and he replied as follows. The first question was, Ole, we thought the end to PSG was dramatic, but it was nothing compared to this. Ole said the sequences of the PSG were maybe more severe, but at this point of the season, it is vital for us to get 3 points. It's been a long time since we've won a game at the end, maybe towards the PSG game. Last season, we had so many draws. Was it 12 or something? I can't remember how many, but we didn't win late on in games like we used to do at this club. It's part of our history. It's part of the history of this club, so I'm very happy and pleased with that. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming in, applauding all the boys for the fighting spirit, and he has said that this is part of Manchester United history. When he says it's part of Manchester United history, I have to take you back in the game that is most remembered, that of 1999. You remember what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Teddy Sheringham did to Bayern Munich to win the Champions League. And it never ended, not only in those games, because it reached an extent when the dying minutes were called the Fergie time. Manchester United won very many points in the Fergie time moment. Very many points were won in the Fergie time. So that's why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come out and said that it's really good for this club, because this is a norm at the club. It's in the history of the club to win very many games. He also pointed out that Manchester United lost very many games or drew very many games last season, close to 12, because they couldn't score a late winning goal like they've scored today. So he has said that the fighting spirit should go on. United shouldn't draw games because of lack to score those late wins in these games. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked that it was a roller coaster of emotions though, because when that goal goes in for 2-2, we are all flattened by that, aren't we? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, of course, they've dug in, they worked hard. We know we are not fit yet. You can see they are fitter than us. They are one of the fittest teams in the league. So we knew it was going to be a difficult game physically, because we are not yet there. We will get there, but the reaction was brilliant to both goals. We did not play before the first goal, and that's something we need to address. The reaction to the last one as well was great. So he says that United only reacted after conceding the first goal of the game. That's when United came up and put up a battle or a fight against Brighton. And no sooner had Brighton scored its first goal through a penalty from that was due to the foul of Bruno Fernandes in the Manchester United box, then Manchester United got an equalizer from Harry Maguire. It was a free kick brought in by Bruno Fernandes. It was brought back to the six by Nemanja Matic, and Harry Maguire hit the ball into the back of the net, but it was given as an own goal to the captain of Brighton, that is Dunk, Mr. Dunk. You can call him Dunk. So he dunked the ball into the back of his own net, and Manchester United got an equalizer. They asked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that Bruno is fantastic from that spot. He had too long to think about it, but you would never have known. Bruno said he's very strong mentally. That's a big part of being a penalty taker. Good goalkeepers are penalty takers. Need to keep their focus and concentration and be mentally strong. Bruno has got one of the strongest mentalities I have come across. Of course, look at a poorly played game by Manchester United, but it is won courtesy of the brilliancy of one player in the names of Bruno Fernandes. Remember, he is involved in 3 goals, and his name has appeared in all the 3 games, the 3 goals. The first goal, he brings in a free kick. Nemanja Matic brings the ball back into the 6. Harry Maguire hits it. It deflects on the defender of Brighton called Dunk, and it goes in. Secondly, he plays a ball 45 yards from his half, and Marcus Rashford runs, gets the ball, sits into defenders of Brighton into the box, and he hits the ball into the back of the net, putting United in the lead. An equalizer is got in the 94th minute by Brighton. United gets a corner. Bruno Fernandes brings it in. Harry Maguire hits the ball. A penalty is awarded. After penalty is awarded, guess who takes it? It's Bruno Fernandes. So I think you've heard me mention Bruno Fernandes' name in each and every attempt of a goal or a goal being scored. So he was such a beauty and a darling. He was such a big spirit. As Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, that Bruno has got one of the strongest mentalities I have came across, and some people are suggesting that he should be the captain of Manchester United. I pose the question right there. Do you think Bruno Fernandes should be the captain of Manchester United? Should the ban be got off Harry Maguire and given to Bruno Fernandes? The live chat, you can comment, you can interact with me about these topics that I'm talking about, as other people are saying that Harry Maguire shouldn't be the captain and Bruno should be handed over the armband. But I think it's too early to give him the armband because he's not an English player. Getting a ban of an English player and give it to a non-English player, for those who have followed Premier League for some time, you know what it comes with. It comes with a lot of negative publicity. Each and everything bad that you do, they will come and publicize it badly into the media. So I think Bruno better lives like that without an armband, because even though he's not the captain, he is a very good leader. He was again asked that it was a great strike from Marcus Rashford as well. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, I'm very happy for Marcus Rashford to get that goal. He was just a couple of inches offside on a counter attack we had, with a great cross from Mason Greenwood. We did see some moments that we didn't see last. We were getting a little bit bitter, but I think we need to admit something: you get away with one. And today we probably didn't deserve more than 1 point. That's true. United never deserved more than 1 point because Brighton hit 5 balls on the from goal of Manchester United. That shows you how threatening these people were on our goal and how we survived a lot in this game. It really was bad to hear. It doesn't need you to know or to have watched the game after hearing the coach saying that United didn't deserve more than 1 point in this game. That shows you how tight this game was, and the coach had already said that it's going to be a draw, because these lads came in and equalized United in the 94th minute. With only 1 minute left, United turned things around and they got a winner. So Marcus Rashford was praised by the coach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for his works. We will come back here on Wednesday. It's not going to be like that it is. He said, I wouldn't mind however we win in the cup. You just want to go through. We are looking forward to Wednesday again. United is going on the same pitch on Wednesday again to go and win that game of Carabao Cup in the fourth round. So today we are very lucky, because as I'm live on this channel, a lot of bad news. Chelsea fans might be hiding into their beds or under their beds because they have been humbled in the first half by 3-0. So I think United was a lucky team to win today, because even the manager himself, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, came out and said we didn't deserve to win. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had some other moments about Paul Pogba, and that's when I welcome in Hans Holt. Thank you for commenting. You are the first person to comment on this video. Thank you, Hans Holt. And saying Pogba out, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had something to say about Paul Pogba after this game, because it was horrible. He came out and said that Pogba missed a lot of the preseason because of his illness. He hasn't had internationals or the friendly against Villa. Of course, the two 60 and 65 minutes he has had will help him. He will just get better and better. So Hans Holt, one thing I want us to agree is that Pogba is a very good player. He's a very good player, but for now I think Danny Van Beek should start our next games when Pogba becomes or gets the match fitness. I prefer that Danny Van Beek should play close to 70 or 65 minutes. Then Pogba can be brought on to play the remaining 20 or 15 minutes with United, because he looks really unfit and he's not going to get fit in these games. He needs to go back in the gym. He needs to work out hard to get back his fitness, because he's looking horrible in these 2 games. Exactly what the manager says, that Pogba isn't fit. He had COVID-19. That's one of the problems that led to his not being fit in this season. He missed out on the international friendlies, you remember, because he had COVID-19. He tested positive, and that was a very big problem to Paul Pogba, and it really put his form back and fitness. But he's really a good player. You saw him even the way they played, but when we brought on Freddie, the midfield was moving. As I told you earlier on, in my match reaction that my problem with Paul Pogba is one, he makes too many touches. But he is not the only midfielder who makes many touches. There are very many midfielders who make very many touches out there. But when they are making those touches, they make them descending or accelerating or transcending to the side of the opponent, and that's what Pogba doesn't do. When he gets the ball, he has it, he makes too many passes in many touches in our half. So I think it's better Pogba makes those many touches while we are in the opponent's half. That needs to change. You saw it when Freddie came on, things were different altogether, and I think you loved the way Freddie played. Hans Holt says, I love United, I love Pogba, but in this time it's not possible to continue with Pogba. Yes, I think Pogba should play less minutes than a man who came from Ajax, that is Danny van Beek. Danny van Beek looks more fit. You saw him, even the corner that Manchester United considered to get a penalty that Bruno Fernandes scored, it was brought on by Danny van Beek. So I think Danny van Beek should be the starting player at Manchester United, and Paul Pogba is supposed to come in, and when the levels of full fitness comes to him, he will be able to get back his playing position. But 2 games, Pogba has been substituted twice in the 60th minute and 65th minute consecutively. So I think Paul Pogba is really something that we are not in love with now. We expect him to go back, work hard, and get back to us when you are fit. Then you'll get back your playing position. But as per now, if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I wouldn't be playing the man called Paul Pogba. Hans Holt says, it's just my opinion. Sure, I respect yours. Yes. And I think there is something that is going to happen at United next summer. I think Pogba will be out of United next summer. I think he's going, because that's why United wanted to sign Thiago Alcantara, yet they have already signed Danny van Beek. I think Man United is smelling a rat between Paul Pogba and his agent Mino Raiola, because you know the comedy instead. So even if Pogba goes, I think if at all Manchester United gets in another player, though we missed out on Thiago Alcantara, even if Pogba goes, we really need to get in another player, because I think he's advancing in his age. He's making 28 years this year or next year. I think he is not proving to be a player that is loving the team, that who is playing for the team and he loves us. I think his love is elsewhere, and he should be sold, and another midfielder is supposed to be brought in at United. So, Hans, for that, I agree with you that Paul Pogba is not what we really fancy at Manchester United. Danny van Beek is a player who has come in and he has showed that he is good to go. So, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that's what he had to talk in the media about Brighton side, and he said they are a difficult team to play against. We don't have the legs and sharpness, but we will get there. We have plenty of hard work to do. That's what he said. Lastly, as I conclude this video, he came out and said something about David De Gea. I'm looking for it. He said something, he commented something about David De Gea. He said, we need to stop crosses better. We need to get in blocks in the box better. Crossbar a few times, though I think David De Gea had most of them in control. Better finishing from them, Brighton, and they could get 3 points. Indeed, they could have gotten 3 points from us, and I think it's good that we really won this game and it went in our favor. So that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer reacted to Manchester United winning a 3-2, a dramatic encounter. And I'm Rokani, I'm out for now. I'm going to be back with very many videos as far as this game is concerned. Bruno Fernandes' reaction and very many more other reactions from the fellow teammates of Manchester United. They've went to Twitter and tweeted a lot, and I'm coming back with the tweets here at United Social Television. Thank you, I'm out.